Faith students, it is the McBrides again, and boy, oh boy, are we pumped that you are joining us live once again on this Sunday morning. And Madison,
So
rumor has it that school is over for a lot of our students. You know, and maybe some of them have moved on from 5th grade to now middle school and 6th grade.
Yes,
maybe some of them have moved on from 8th grade to high school, and maybe some of them have moved on from high school to real life known as college. And in celebration of that reality, Madison and I have decided to celebrate you by taking a one-day vacation to Savannah, Georgia. We've never been before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but we are here right now.
Check out this tree.
And yep, nice little tree. It's got some cobwebs coming down on it. I think it's called a Spanish moss or something, but we are here. And the reason that we are joining you live on this Sunday morning is because last week, Pastor Stephen,
we got some mud.
Okay, let's keep walking this way. It's a little mud. Don't mind us. We're going forward. But Pastor Stephen gave us an awesome message on the importance of curating media.
Yes.
How to be intentional in the things that you watch. Madison, you want to give us a recap there?
Yeah, so pretty much last week, Stephen was just talking about this habit that we find in the common rule, like Kenny was saying, curating media. So the idea of how do you make the decision of what you watch, what kind of media you take in, because there's just so much around us and there's so many options. We couldn't watch everything. And so we want to make good choices in what we do watch. And so the three things that were really helpful from the book and then helpful that Stephen brought up again last week was to curate media for beauty, curate media for justice, and then curate with community. And so if you missed his video, please go back and watch it. It's very helpful to help you just have practical ways to consider how to do that well as you think about what you're watching and what you're taking in.
That's good. And just to recap, what you recapped is the double recap is it's important to be intentional with the people that you watch, community of the things that you're watching, specifically looking for beauty and specifically looking for justice. And so that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Maybe they're curious on what we do.
I mean, they might be.
Maybe they're not, but hey,
we'll tell you anyways.
You're streaming into our live broadcast, so you gotta have to listen anyway. So for me personally, and I would love to hear your opinion, Madison, is I really love to watch documentaries. Like, I love them. And I think the reason for me really enjoying, you take that over for me, really enjoying documentaries is because it's real life for most of the time. And it's really documenting and highlighting a thing that happened in real life. And so I really like to see the beauty of a story and the beauty of things that are happening through documentary. So maybe it's Free Solo, where it was a long journey of Alex trying to climb a mountain with no ropes or anything of that nature. And it was just a really awesome story through a documentary to highlight just the power of perseverance and the power of being able to really keep going and so on, which is also perseverance. So just the power of perseverance.
Yes, exactly. Whether it's a documentary or something totally different, I think something that we often try to consider as we think about what we want to watch is, like, how do we feel after we watch it? How does it make us feel throughout it? And is it pointing us to truth and to growth ultimately in Jesus? Because, him being our main point of this life. And so we try to do everything, including media, to do that in some way. And so, that doesn't necessarily, like Stephen said, doesn't necessarily mean just watching a sermon or something like that, but you can actually find these truths in a lot of different aspects in media. And so I think one quote that the book says, the common rule for this habit, is that whatever you're consuming, you become that thing. And so I like to consider that as we think about, like, what do I want to become and what type of person do I want to become, and how can I watch things that match up with that? Because what we watch really does shape what we think and how we feel in our hearts. And so then how we then act. And so, so we think about those types of things often when we're trying to decide what to watch.
That's good. Well, hey, hopefully this week you can continue to be intentional in the things that you're watching, whether if it's with through the lens of beauty or through the lens of justice, but to also invite other people into that, to have community surrounded. So, hey, Faith students, we appreciate you. Also, if you didn't know, you probably did because it's Georgia still. Savannah's really humid. So I'm just going to kind of wipe my brow there. But
with his mask.
Hey, we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.